Oh man, time to crack a beer. Didn't really crack. And hop on this hype train. All aboard. So I have got my plate of food. And I've got my beer. I had so many plans today on what I was going to do with this. I'm not even going to call it a leaked image, but with this image of the underside of Rick and Morty's Pinball Playfield. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to highlight this and go over this. And then I get here, I get home, and it's been hours. I've worked all day. I'm actually very exhausted. So I'm actually glad that there are those of you out there that have done the heavy work and have already done some mock-up jobs in Photoshop or whatever program you use to give us an idea what this playfield is going to look like up top. So let's go over these images. So the first two images are from an individual on Pinside named Proco. So Proco, props to you for doing the mock-up job that you did. You did specify it was a quick, so this is not a masterpiece, everybody. But I just wanted to make sure that any kind of credit is due where it is. So Proco, this is your image, and let's go over it. Something else I was thinking about was I wonder how many of these people are going to notice certain little things. And surprisingly enough, a lot of you guys pinpointed a lot of these things out. So this is what the playfield. We'll start from the bottom. So we know that the ball launcher is going to be an auto launch. We're not going to be able to pull it and adjust the strength. So it's going to launch automatically, and it looks like it launches from here. And it's going to shoot out from underneath this upper right flipper and feed across the playfield. So something that a lot of people did notice, but some people still, in this photo he does miss it, but I think he's got another one that it pointed out. But there is not a left slingshot. The left slingshot is actually a pop-upper. This is something that you're never going to see in a Stern game. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see it in a JJP game. You're not going to see it in a Chicago gaming game. You're not going to see it in an American pinball game. This is something that is very unique. Now, whether or not it's going to be something that we praise, that is yet to be seen. But it is something out of the normal. Also, we have got what looks to be a magnet above the right in lane. And we know that there's going to be at least 3 flipper buttons, and there's 2 on the right side of the machine. So chances are it's only going to be a 3 flipper button game with a magna save. I'm actually going to switch over now to Proco's other image that he did, because this one looks a little bit more streamlined. So even on this image, he does have it to where it's a slingshot, but it's actually supposed to be a pop bumper. But he does have the magnet highlighted here, the rollovers for your in lane and out lanes. And it looks like he does highlight that we have a target right here. Looks like a stand-up target. And let's see here. So this is something that everyone's pointing out. More than likely, this is going to be a portal shot of some sort. So this portal shot looks like it's going to fall into a giant, portal hole. And it's going to subway straight down into another trough. Now, this is something that's a little interesting, and I'm not sure if anybody else has pointed this out, is that it would be different if it fed into a VUC and then it would eject out. But it's another trough. So this shows me right here that this is going to be probably our multi-ball lock. This is going to lock, I don't know how many balls, but it looks like it should hold a good amount. So I'm going to say at least a 3 or 4 ball multi-ball lock system that we have here. And the VUC looks like it's going to fire directly into your left in lane. And the thing is, I'm willing to bet that the image that we have that we've already seen of a pop bumper and a little bit of the playfield is actually this pop bumper. Well, obviously, because there's only one pop bumper in the game, but the pop bumper right here that has a little bit of the display down there. So, and we're going to go up a little bit on these. There's a lot of lights. We got a 3-bank stand-up target system right here, a single target here. I like how he's speculating that there's a ramp right here. I'm hoping that there is. I think there should be, because we have a lot of what looks to be dead space right here. So I'm thinking that's going to be a ramp as well. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. What if when we launch the ball, it actually feeds directly into the portal? It kind of makes sense in a way, because that's usually how Rick and Morty start their adventures, is by going through a portal. So naturally, whenever you start your game, you should go through a portal. So I'm willing to bet that's how it's going to work. You're going to launch your ball, it's going to shoot across the playfield, and go into a portal and down the subway into your VUC. That's going to probably initiate a mode of some sort or adventure, and then the ball is going to be ejected into your right in or your left in lane, and then you're going to have tasks to accomplish. Okay, and I know we got some drop targets right here, but he doesn't have anything highlighted up here at all. This is all major speculation. So when it comes to what he's showing right here, that's what he's got. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this one's actually, I want to say, it's from MS Kanan. I think it's how you say his name. I think it's Matt Kanan from Slap Save Pinball Podcast, actually. I want to say that's what's on the pin side name. So, Matt, this is very close to what I was actually planning on doing with Photoshop a little bit, but I was actually going to flip and rotate the playfield around and everything. But what you highlight here is very, very useful. So let's go over the fact that he does point out that there is a pop bumper. Slingshot, yeah, he doesn't know what this is. But this is the typical metal plating that is over a magnet. So as of right now, I'm going to say that is a Magnusay big guy. Then he's saying buck from the portal, stand-up targets, you got that correct. Path of shot for middle flipper. Because you got your flipper that's right about... Where's that? Oh, yeah, right here. So, yeah. And let's see here. What are these things? He says right here. What are these things? That's a good question. It looks like they've got lights going to it. Rick and Morty stand-up targets. I would say yes, these are stand-up targets. Chances are it's going to be a Rick and Morty one, so yeah. He questions if this is a VUC. I want to agree with you on this, Matt. I want to say that this is actually a scoop that is above this area right here. I think we're going to have a center scoop that... I wonder how that's going to work. I'm thinking that you have to drop down these targets and then get behind here, and then I think it falls into a scoop. But down here in the lower end of the playfield, it's difficult to see what's going on because of the angle of the playfield. So there's a lot of speculation down here in this area right here. I'm thinking this is going to be something that we probably have never seen before. I'm hoping. So we're going to see how that goes. He points out a flipper for portal shot is right here. I don't know. I don't think that's a flipper. I think that's actually probably going to be a diverter. Because it doesn't look like a flipper coil. A typical flipper coil, at least. This looks like more of a size of a solenoid for a diverter. Of course, this is the joy of this hobby, and what we got going on here is theorizing and speculation. So that's what we're doing. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that I wanted to go over and highlight. So thank you to you two gentlemen for doing the heavy lifting for me on this. That saved me some time and effort that I had to put into something that I really don't have the energy for tonight. how do I feel about this playfield so far? I'm hyped. This is building the hype train. They are doing a very good job of hyping up this game. But will it live up to the hype? That is yet to be seen. That's why I'm trying to keep my cool, but I'm excited because it's a Danesi game. So he's got a name to live up to now. Even though he's only done one game, he's already got a following. So I can't wait to see more. So what are your speculations, and what do you think this playfield's got in store for us? Let me know down below. If you like what you've seen here and you're excited about the game, then give me that thumbs up to let me know. And if you haven't already, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you can be notified of whenever I upload something for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, guys, peace out. Good job.
I have a cookie.
I don't think we have any cookies.
Yes. I want candy.
Let's go get your candy.